Leonardo da Vinci is widely regarded as one of the greatest minds in human history. His contributions spanned numerous fields, including painting, sculpture, architecture, anatomy, engineering, and more. Born in 1452 during the height of the Italian Renaissance, Leonardo's curiosity and relentless pursuit of knowledge made him an iconic figure whose influence is still felt today. Leonardo was born on April 15, 1452, in the small town of Vinci, near Florence, Italy. He was the illegitimate son of a wealthy notary, Ser Piero da Vinci, and a peasant woman named Caterina. Despite being born out of wedlock, Leonardo's father took responsibility for him and ensured he received a proper education, though Leonardo did not have access to formal schooling. As a child, Leonardo showed an early interest in nature, sketching animals, plants, and landscapes. His insatiable curiosity and exceptional drawing skills caught the attention of locals, leading to his apprenticeship at the age of 14 with the renowned artist Andrea del Verrocchio in Florence. Under Verrocchio's guidance, Leonardo was exposed to a wide range of artistic techniques, including painting, sculpting, and metalwork. It was during this time that Leonardo's reputation as a skilled draftsman and artist began to grow. Legend has it that when Leonardo painted an angel in Verrocchio's work, the baptism of Christ, his angel was so superior to his master's that Verrocchio resolved never to paint again. Though this story is likely apocryphal, it reflects the growing acknowledgement of Leonardo's talent. By the 1480s, Leonardo had established himself as an independent artist in Florence, though he remained restless and moved frequently in search of new opportunities. His style was marked by a mastery of sfumato, the technique of blending colors without harsh outlines, creating subtle transitions between light and shadow, as well as a keen attention to human anatomy and emotional expression. In 1482, Leonardo left Florence for Milan, where he entered the service of Ludovico Sforza, the Duke of Milan. In a letter to Ludovico, Leonardo offered his services primarily as a military engineer, emphasizing his skills in designing war machines, fortifications, and innovative devices. However, during his time in Milan, he completed one of his most famous early works, the Virgin of the Rocks, and began work on the Last Supper, painted between 1495 and 1498. The Last Supper is considered one of Leonardo's masterpieces and remains one of the most iconic images in Western art. The painting depicts the moment Jesus announces that one of his disciples will betray him, capturing the emotional reactions of each figure with extraordinary detail. Leonardo's technique, however, was unconventional. Instead of using the traditional fresco technique, painting on wet plaster, he experimented with tempera and oil paints on dry plaster, seeking to achieve greater detail. Unfortunately, this experiment led to the painting's rapid deterioration, and over the centuries, The Last Supper has undergone numerous restorations. Despite its fragile condition, the painting's composition, use of perspective, and dramatic depiction of human emotion have made it a landmark in art history. Leonardo's keen observation of human behavior shines through in the nuanced gestures and expressions of the apostles, showcasing his unmatched ability to depict psychological depth. Leonardo's interests extended far beyond art. He was a true polymath, fascinated by the natural world and the mechanics of how it functioned. His notebooks, filled with sketches, observations, and inventions, reveal a mind constantly seeking to understand the underlying principles of the universe. One of his most significant pursuits was anatomy. Leonardo was granted permission to dissect human corpses, allowing him to study the human body in extraordinary detail. His anatomical drawings, such as the famous Vitruvian Man, reflect his deep understanding of proportion, structure, and movement. These studies went far beyond what was known at the time, and many of Leonardo's findings predated modern medical knowledge by centuries. Leonardo's curiosity extended to other fields of science as well. He studied botany, geology, hydrodynamics, aeronautics, and optics, constantly filling his notebooks with designs for machines, inventions, and observations about the natural world. Among his sketches were designs for flying machines, a precursor to the modern helicopter, an early tank, and detailed studies of water currents. Despite his groundbreaking insights, Leonardo never published his scientific findings. His notebooks remained largely unknown until long after his death, meaning that much of his scientific legacy went unrecognized during his lifetime. One of Leonardo's most enduring works is the Mona Lisa, painted between 1503 and 1506, with some suggesting he continued working on it until 1517. The portrait of Lisa Gherardini, a Florentine woman, has captivated viewers for centuries, due in part to her enigmatic smile and the painting's exceptional use of sfumato. The Mona Lisa is a triumph of portraiture, blending a realistic portrayal of the sitter with an otherworldly quality. Her faint smile has inspired endless speculation, while the subtle interplay of light and shadow gives the painting a lifelike presence that feels timeless. Leonardo's meticulous technique, combined with his understanding of anatomy and optics, gives the Mona Lisa an unparalleled sense of depth and realism. Today, the Mona Lisa resides in the Louvre Museum in Paris and is one of the most visited, written about, and recognized works of art in the world. In 1516, nearing the end of his life, Leonardo accepted an invitation from King Francis of France to move to the royal court at Amboise, where he served as the king's painter, engineer, and architect. Although he continued to sketch and design, his health was declining, and he was unable to complete many of the ambitious projects he envisioned. Leonardo spent his final years in the Château du Clos Lucé, a manor house near the king's residence. Despite his declining physical abilities, he remained intellectually active, discussing art, science, and philosophy with the French court. Leonardo died on May 2, 1519, at the age of 67. Leonardo da Vinci's legacy is immense and spans a variety of fields. As a painter, his contributions to Renaissance art are immeasurable, and his masterpieces, such as the Last Supper and the Mona Lisa, are celebrated as pinnacles of artistic achievement. His technical innovations in the use of light, perspective, and composition set new standards for realism and emotional depth in painting. Beyond his art, Leonardo's scientific investigations broke new ground in anatomy, engineering, and many other disciplines. His notebooks, although unpublished during his lifetime, contain ideas that foreshadowed inventions and discoveries that wouldn't be realized until centuries later. His insights into the human body, flight, hydraulics, and other scientific fields reveal a mind far ahead of its time.